Hi, it's me again, the HEMA Reviews guy. I will be continuing, finally, my How to Longsword series. This time, we take a look at the basic stances. The first one will be the high vom Tag. The high vom Tag goes like this. What I do is I can have either foot forward, so right or left, depending on your preference. I keep my hands high up, I keep my blade straight, like this, and I don't put it too far back. I don't put it too far diagonal, because that will slow me down when I actually want to strike. So I keep it at about a 30 to 45 degree angle. It can be 90 degree if you want, but then you don't have as much power in the left hand. This is it. It's a very scary guard to face against because, you know, you make yourself big, you make yourself cat-like, and it's great for making feints. So I can go here, and I can feint a strike from above, then go a strike from below, or some such. The second we'll do is also a vom Tag, but we'll do the right variation first. So the right variation is here. Now, when you do your guards, you always want to keep them as clean and crisp as possible. If you don't, you will get hurt. For example, the right vom Tag. I'm supposed to have my cross guard at about shoulder height. That means my hands can't go below nipple height. If I have it here, I will be very slow, because my arm has to travel upwards a little bit instead of downwards, which is a more natural motion for a strike. So I keep them high. I can have my blade not resting on my shoulder or resting on my shoulder. It doesn't really matter as much. Lately, I've been preferring this one. However, if you keep it low, either way, you're doing it wrong. Second thing is, keep your point around between your shoulder blades, basically. So here. Or maybe like this. Don't open it up too much to the left, and especially don't open it too much to the right. This likes to happen with new folks, and it gives your opponent a great big opening here. Because even if you'll want to defend, your point will lag behind, and you will have a longer time to get to defend. Same thing happens with the left vom Tag. In this case, my right foot is forward most of the time, and I have my cross guard facing like this. In the right vom Tag, I have it here because it doesn't break my wrist if I have it like this, so here. However, if I wanted to have my blade straight in the left vom Tag, I would have to break my wrist slightly, so I keep it a little bit more like this. Otherwise, same principles apply. Keep your point upwards or slightly to the inside, never to the outside. Keep your hands up high, and that's it. The second very important guard, well, group of guards, or two guards, is the ox. The right ox, if I go into the Longsword, so I just straighten my blade, and I twist to the right and lift my hands and cross them, I am in the ox position. Now you can have the ox from here all the way to here, depending on the situation. You can have either the flat up, you can have the long edge up. Doesn't really matter. Some situations call for one, other situations call for the other. I can have my hands very much forward if I want to, but this does not enable me to stab very effectively, or I can have them very far back. Again, depends on the situation. Things not to do, again, don't keep your point too far down, too far to the outside, and you really can't keep it too far to this outside because it breaks your wrist. So keep your point facing to your opponent in whichever manner you are holding it. If you hold it flat up, keep your thumb supporting the blade. Same goes for the left ox. So Longsword, and I lift my hands up. Keep your hands up and diagonally away from your face. So from here to here. I can also keep them very high, again, depending on the situation. Not as high as with the right ox, which can go up to here if the situation calls for it. However, generally, I advise you keep it somewhere in this area. Next one is, as I said before, Longsword, so this. I just straighten my blade out as much as possible while I am still comfortable and don't have my elbows locked. So this is it. Very annoying guard. I can have either foot forward, and this is a great guard for just doing this and annoying your opponent out of his mind. Then we have a couple of the lower guards, which aren't used as often because it's relatively difficult to defend from here if your opponent is very fast and attack from above and you don't have an answer ready. However, the Schrankhut, so here, is great both for a Krumphaal and for an attack from the above. And you can also go, of course, either with the short edge or with the long edge into an Unterhau. What you want to do here is you want to use the thumb grip, and you want to go as far down as you can while keeping tension in your forearm, so like this. So if I let it go, it's just going to bounce back a little bit. This is excellent if you want to make your opponent attack you so you can use a Krumpau attack. So for example, I would annoy my opponent here, then I would open myself up and go straight into a Krumpau so that I can continue my attack. Those are the basic stances I saw used in tournaments and that I use. There are other stances, of course. There is the Alber, there's the Wechsler, there's the Schlüssel. There's a ton of them. However, if you know those, you know the basics, and you can move on. Thanks for watching. See you next time.